All right, everybody. It is Ohm and Grant back with the Specifically Whatever podcast, where we specifically talk about whatever we want.
Man, it's been a while.
It has been a while, things have been going on. All right,
It's been more than a week.
Yeah, it has. Ever since my neck injury from working out.
And then you went home the weekend, and then Wednesday you had a test.
I had one Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Huh. And, well, we normally record on Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, because those are your days off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a test on Thursday, so it's just been a while.
Yeah, but we're back at it today.
Yeah, man,
What
we're back.
What do we got, Grant?
All right, man. So, you know what To Catch a Cheater is?
Like the show, where they use
get
cameras, right?
Yeah, they'll get like half of like a partnership.
Yeah.
They'll get the girl, and then they'll go set the guy up with the girl, and get this girl to go flirt with him to see if.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about that, right? And then on that show, they claim that it's like 70% of guys will cheat and only like 40% of women will cheat, right?
Okay.
And, I was thinking about that, right? Because, obviously they're making the guys out to be the bad guy, right? Because
makes sense.
Almost double
right
of the guys will cheat than the girls.
Okay.
And I was thinking about it, man. So, naturally, and nature, the guy, I guess one of the lines of defense for the guy is that he doesn't put himself in the situation to cheat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And To Catch a Cheater just completely takes that barrier of defense away. You know what I'm saying? Also, let's say the guy's like a 6, right? Let's say the guy's on a scale of 1 to 10, the guy's like
average
a 6.
Dude.
And the girl's a 6 that he's dating, right?
Okay.
But they get this 10 to come up there and flirt with him, right? A 10's never flirted with this dude before, right?
Yeah.
And never will.
Right.
Naturally.
Yeah.
So To Catch a Cheater gets this 10 to go flirt with him. Of course he's going to cheat. First off, even 6s don't go flirt with this dude out of the blue. He's got to go work for any girl that he gets to talk to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when a 10 comes up and flirts with him, of course he's going to cheat, 100%. And then the way the girls are wired, they're not going to cheat as often. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
It's just completely taking the barrier of defense away.
So you're saying it's not very naturally, it's a little too scriptive and too convenient,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that I guess people have to keep in mind is that if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. You know what I mean? So if
it's too good to be true, then it probably is. I think that's
I
think
that's the saying.
Yeah.
You
Unless it's me.
If you're a 6 and a 10 comes up and starts flirting with you, well, she's probably she probably just wants your money, or you're about to be on To Catch a Cheater.
Or she's a prostitute that is in a sting operation to catch Robert Kraft.
Oh yeah, I saw that this morning.
Crazy.
He won 2 more rings, right?
What?
He won 2 more rings.
Oh, it wasn't recent?
No, the handcuffs.
Oh.
That's 2 more rings he got this year.
That flew right over my head.
Yeah, man. Another, great man has fallen down.
Apparently he's not the biggest name in this thing either that has been caught.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently it's like a huge, thing. It's still developing, but...
Who?
I don't know. It just says that Robert Kraft is not the biggest name.
That's crazy. Watch Donald Trump be in this.
Bill Gates.
Watch Donald Trump be in this, man.
I mean...
That would be...
We'll have to wait for the developing story.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Obama. But the thing is, black men don't cheat, right? Have you seen that?
Almost all the guys on To Catch a Cheater were black.
Really?
Almost everyone.
I've never seen it.
And then almost any time that the girl was doing the one cheating, it was always a white guy that was in the apartment, doing the interview and then watching the tape.
Yeah.
It was always a white guy getting cheated on, never a black guy getting cheated on.
I don't know what to say.
Man, I don't know. I guess they're trying to paint white people as,
lame.
Bitches.
Right.
Is that the right word? Are we not
guess.
supposed to use profound words on this?
I don't care. It's whatever. I've been working on my social media stuff too.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
You got any?
So we got some developing
All right,
stories.
well, hit me with it.
All right, so got this. You know Abner's, right? The restaurant, chicken place, whatever.
Yep.
Apparently it's very like world famous.
Abner's is a very famous
Yeah.
chain restaurant.
Yeah, and the owner, I sent him an email to. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. So there's this guy, the general manager that worked there, right?
Yeah.
And I had a meeting with him like in June of 2017.
Yeah, this was our sophomore year.
When we were
just
like
as soon
living,
as you moved into our apartment.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember.
right when I transferred here. So I talked to him to do all this stuff, and he's like, "All right, let me talk to the owner, which his name's Abner, right? Named after the restaurant." And then he's like, "Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I'm like, just looking through my list of people to like contact, and I see like Abner's, right? And so I'm like, okay, let me give them another call. Maybe they've changed their mind.
This is this year.
Like this is today.
Oh, so two
Friday,
years.
February the 22nd.
So 2 years in the making.
Almost two years. Yeah.
I got you. June or July would be 2 years, I think.
Yeah, it'd be June.
Anyway.
And so I call, and they're like, I was like, hey, is this guy in? His name's David, right?
This was from 2 years ago. You remembered his name.
Well, I had it on the sheet of paper.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
cool.
His name's David. I was like, hey, can I talk to David? He's like, yeah, I don't think he works here anymore. I was like, okay, then who's like the manager or whoever I can talk to about this? They're like, well, he's at our other location, which you can call at this number. So okay, so I call, and they're like, oh man.
Did you call the one downtown?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was probably at the one on Jackson.
No, he was at the one in Tupelo.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, I called the Tupelo location, and their general manager picks up, and it's not him.
Yeah.
It's this girl. And I was like, hey, I'm trying to reach, this guy because I'm trying to get him more customers through Facebook ads and stuff. And they're like, oh, okay, well, he just left. He'll be back in Oxford tomorrow. But I was talking to the Abner, the owner, about doing some social media marketing, and we really, want to do that. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm the guy for that. And they're like, okay, can you send Abner an email? And what was your name? Let me text him real quick saying, expect an email from me, whoever you are. I was like, okay, so I sent him an email, and then she's like, all right, I sent a text message, so just, give us until like Monday, Tuesday, and we'll see what's up.
Okay.
So, and then at gym, the dude's supposed to call me back from a gym. He wasn't available.
So, about what's the price range on this? Like, don't get too specific.
Okay, let's just
And also say exactly what you're doing. Explain what you're doing.
Exactly what I'm doing is I'm using social media to increase the revenue of businesses. And how? Well, social media, I make ads through Facebook to target your potential clients so that you can get,
Instagram, any of that stuff.
Yeah. Typically Facebook, because Facebook's like the most common one that businesses use now, since all the attention's on social media and not radio or billboard. Because, he told me, he said no. He's like, no, we already got billboards up. And you know how much they paid for that? $800 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Holy crap.
For a freaking billboard.
Billboard
for one billboard.
But man, social media ads can have a negative effect, right?
How?
All right, so
what exactly?
All right, here's a great example, which I can come out. This isn't a perfect example, but this is just one that's relevant right
example.
now. Yeah. This is one that's relevant right now.
Okay.
Those freaking TikTok ads that keep showing up on my Instagram and my Facebook and YouTube.
Well, those aren't the same thing.
I despise TikTok.
The thing is, this is to make you sign up for a platform. I'm trying to get you to go into a business.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Know, but
so it's not.
It's still advertising for a business, right?
Yeah.
And if I got ads, and this is tax season, so TurboTax has a lot of ads going out.
Yeah.
I freaking despise TurboTax now.
Didn't you use them?
And I used them this year.
Oh well.
And I despise TurboTax now because of all these freaking ads.
I mean. But when you want to do your taxes, aren't you going to probably look up TurboTax?
Sure, but now I've got a negative opinion of the company. I've got a negative opinion of the company.
Yeah, I mean.
Because
the thing is, I'm not putting
ads.
it in your face. It's like when you scroll on Facebook, you'll see this post just in between your feed.
Most of the ones on TurboTax are from YouTube and then TikTok's on Facebook.
Yeah, YouTube ads suck. That's why I use ad blocker. Just as plugging you and selling it skips the ads.
But YouTube ads aren't as bad. Most of them have that little 5-second skip.
Well, mine just skip automatically.
Yeah.
Especially when there are people that have ads in their videos, a bunch of them.
Yeah, most of the videos I watch don't have ads in there, in the middle of the video.
Yeah. It's just whatever.
I got you.
But yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. All right.
Oh, great.
This isn't a joke like last time.
Thank you.
It's not gonna be bad.
Thank you.
It's just a story. All right. So I've got a second cousin, and we're gonna call her Becca. Is that a decent?
Sure.
Sure. All right. So Becca is all right. She's my second cousin, and I'm not. Don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
But Becca is extremely attractive. All right.
Okay.
And everyone at school knows that she's extremely attractive. Everybody's trying to get in them pants, if you know what I mean. Right?
No, I don't know what you mean. Yeah.
All right. So Becca and I grew up together until we were in like 4th grade, right? We're the same age.
I really hope this doesn't end how I think it is.
It's not going to end how you think it is, I promise. And then in 4th grade, she moved to a different middle school than I went to, right?
Right.
And so I saw Becca like at my grandma's house and stuff like that, but never as much as when we were kids, right?
Makes sense.
And then we moved to the same high school together, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, so the way my high school works is there's like 3 or 4 middle schools that all funnel into this high school, right?
Yeah.
So when we all moved into high school, I knew Becca, and you know, like I'd seen her like on weekends and stuff. Not a lot, but we were still friends, right?
Yeah, and cousins.
Yeah. There's nothing sexual with this story.
No, I know.
All right. So when we moved to high school, there were like my guy friends from my middle school were trying to get me to like have an in with Becca, right?
Wait, so they're trying to get you to like do something with her?
No, they're trying to get me to like vouch for them or be like, hey,
wingman for them.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I end up not hooking them up, but like I kind of told her which guy she should stay away from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she gets a boyfriend, right? Well, then later in the year,
she's pregnant?
No.
Oh.
Later in the year, I was working this charity event on a weekend, right?
Uh-huh.
So it was like on a Saturday morning.
Right.
Well, there was another girl at our high school in our classes also named Becca, right? Well,
snap.
Becca had a crush on me, right?
The not related one.
No, she's not related to me.
All right, you should call the one related to Becca and the other one Becca 2.
All right, so the one's related to me is Becca. The one not is Becca 2.
Right.
All right, so Becca 2 has a crush on me, like big time.
Yeah.
Right? And she's constantly, like, she's just that annoying girl that, you know.
Leave me alone.
Like, she wasn't ugly. She wasn't pretty, right?
It's just normal.
Just like, I didn't want anything to do with her, right? But, I had classes with her and I would have my phone out or something and she just picked up my phone and put her number in to my phone. Wow. But as her name, she just put Becca.
Oh, no.
So this was like on Thursday. Then on Saturday, I get a text from Becca 2. I thought it was just from Becca. Yeah. So she was like, hey, are you at this thing? Oh, Becca's boyfriend.
Jeez. Yeah.
Is at this charity event with me. Like, me and him are working the front desk together, right? So I get a text from Becca 2. I initially thought it was from regular old, you know, like my cousin Becca.
Yeah.
And she is being extremely flirtatious, right?
Right.
And I think this is fucking weird, right?
Uh-huh.
Also, my phone is like sitting on the table and Becca's boyfriend sees this and sees that it says Becca, right? So he's getting pissed off. Right?
I can see where this is going.
All right, so she's like, well, do you want me to come? And I'm like, sure. I mean, yeah, you can come.
Come or come?
C-O-M-E. Get your mind out of the guy. So I'm like, yeah, you can come. Like, I mean, I don't mind hanging out. And then Becca 2 shows up, and I'm like, and, you know, she thinks that I've been talking to her for the last...
week,
you know, for the last couple of hours because she gave me. She put her number in on Thursday. This is Saturday. And I was texting her from like, I don't know. We started at like 10 and it was 12, right? So she thought I had been texting her, which I had, but I thought I was texting my cousin.
Right.
So she shows up thinking that
you're in it to win it.
Yeah. And then finally I realized that, like, I ended up getting another text message from my cousin Becca,
Right.
and I realized what the fuck happened.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, I just hate it when that happens.
Has that really ever happened to you?
No.
But
But
yeah, this girl, it was pretty awkward. Now she the only reason I'm telling the story is she just got married. Becca too did.
right.
Yeah.
What about Becca 1? What's she up to?
She got married when she was 18.
Jesus. All the good ones die young.
I don't know if she's going to school for radiology or something, nursing, something like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Missed out, huh?
No, I didn't. I didn't miss out at all.
I got you.
Yeah.
I can't say that's ever happened to me. Mine are more like my embarrassing stories are more like I'll say something and then what is that?
There's a bug.
Where? Oh,
Right there.
Yep.
Man, you about to talk. You remember that episode in Breaking Bad where Walt went around trying to kill that fly? A whole episode. It was in season 3.
I can't really remember it.
It was only one episode.
What is? Oh. You see this thing on the light? The little like
Yeah.
pulling thing is like stretched over the. I thought it was a big bug too. It was actually over with. But yeah, I mean, this ladybug problem is not.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't live here.
Yeah. Anywho,
I almost lived here.
be glad you didn't.
It looks really nice on the outside.
Yeah, it looks very modern, but
yeah,
it's
it looks really nice on the outside.
so many problems.
Then, like, once you actually live here, you run into a lot of problems.
You just want to die, yeah.
You want to die? I can get you in touch with a counselor.
Assisted suicide is legal in some countries. No, I'm kidding. I'm here to stay. Sucks for a lot of you.
All right, man.
What else is there?
So obviously, I've been watching Breaking Bad
Yes.
a lot lately.
Well, how far are you?
I just started season 4.
How many seasons are there?
6.
Okay. Was it 10 episodes per season or something?
13.
Okay.
And they're an hour long.
Yeah, I'm not on any TV shows right now.
So, what's your opinion on drugs in general? Should they be
Mm,
illegal?
I mean, like marijuana should be legal. Just, same with alcohol. Just don't, if you do something stupid, just get arrested or
I agree.
fined,
Yeah. What about meth or,
the thing is,
heroin?
man, I just feel like those are sort of like, if you smoke weed, it's like doesn't have really a negative effect on you.
Yeah, like, it's
Like
not
if
addictive.
if you do like, I mean, then again, cigarettes are allowed and they're addictive too,
Yeah.
but it's whatever. Excluding cigarettes, I don't know if you should be able to like have meth stores, or like cocaine stores.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't. I feel like that'd be more of a negative than a. I feel like that's not a very controllable thing, Like with alcohol consumption, they're alcoholics, but I mean, there's no facts to back this up. I'm just speaking like from what I know. I feel like with alcohol, it's easier to do it, like normally or recreationally or socially. And then there's a few alcoholics out there, right?
Yeah, I agree.
With meth, there's no like casual
There's no
meth.
I just do it just on the weekends, just
Yeah,
casually.
there's no
just socially.
casual meth or casual cocaine users. Well, there might be casual.
They're
cocaine.
casual cocaine users. I know a few.
I can't really say I do, but
I
let's-
know a couple of.
there's meth, there's heroin. You can't really do that casually.
All right, you can't do heroin casually.
That's what I'm
Heroin's
saying.
like, or crack.
Yeah.
Crack and heroin's like off the deep end.
Like you see those crackhead videos, like of them just like, pulling out their beards and playing the guitar somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the whole, like heroin or crack or stuff like that.
Here's my question though, man. So if you're an adult, right?
Which I am legally.
Yeah, you just had your birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
It was last Sunday.
Yes.
Right. Anyway, so if you're an adult, what's stopping you from? I mean, why should the government stop you from doing meth or heroin? Why should they?
Because I feel like
You're an adult. You should be able to do what you want.
I see what you're saying, but I think that would put you in sort of a bad spot. Let's say I'm like a normal citizen, right? And I want to do heroin. I feel like that would put me from like a normal, like good standing citizen. That would put my status down pretty badly. Like I feel like my
Right,
overall
but why should the government stop you from doing it though?
because they want money from me. That's why. Right?
I mean, you don't get money from a heroin addict from putting them in jail. You have to
Right.
spend
What I'm
money
saying
on
is
them.
like I have to be like, if I'm not like if a person like me, right, or to do heroin, then it would be bad for them.
Because you're
I
gonna
feel like
stimulate the economy. Like
yeah,
because
I feel like my
consumers.
I feel like my prospective future is like gonna be economically beneficial for the government.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But like let's say I'm just I don't know like heroin addicts are not very common. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
let's say that it just spikes because it's legal. Let's just say that happens. I don't know. I mean, it's not gonna be very good for like the country in general. It'll probably turn into like San Francisco. Like there are a bunch of druggies and like real estate's really high, and there's just like shit on the streets, and it's
Yeah.
like heroin addicts and needles everywhere. It's like I feel like
see
it would
what
sort
you're
of
saying.
turn into that in the big city areas.
Yeah.
But I see like from like a government standpoint, why should we stop them? It's their choice, it's their life, whatever.
I've never thought about that. See, I'm a full on libertarian where
Right.
if you want to do drugs, you go do
Little
drugs.
government
Just don't-
control.
Just don't mess with me, all right? Like as soon as you start stealing ATMs and like
Rioting and stuff.
and driving high on heroin.
I just feel like it'd be bad for the government to allow people like that, just people to start doing that.
I've never thought about how it was in the government's interest to not allow drugs because it would hurt the economy.
Right.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, so if I like work, I'll be working for heroin, and then eventually I'll probably quit my career and then just end up a druggie.
And start giving BJs for heroin. Do whatever you can to earn $1.
Yeah, basically.
I
Probably just beg for money,
I got what you're saying.
lose all my teeth.
Well, they did ban alcohol for that reason, and that was when they prohibited alcohol, and then they had to amend the Constitution again.
Yeah, I don't know. Alcohol is a little less, intense in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like alcohol. You can use alcohol without going off the deep end.
Yeah, the deep end would be becoming an alcoholic,
Yeah,
But I don't think that's a very...
like
It's not a very likely factor as opposed to sticking a needle in yourself and going crazy for
You
however
can
long.
drink alcohol socially. You can't use heroin socially. Like if you use heroin, you're off the deep end.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
gone.
you're already crazy.
Highly addictive.
Yeah. Same thing with cigarettes too. I mean, or nicotine, I guess.
Yeah, but I guess that cigarettes don't hinder you from being a functioning member of society.
Yeah. Other than the lung cancer. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Cigarettes are slower. Let's just say that.
Yeah, instead of using heroin and falling off the deep end,
Instead
right
of
then,
having
you just fall off the deep
diarrhea
end.
and no teeth, I'll have.
You just fall off the deep end in
I'll
like
just
50
have
years
lung
or 40
cancer.
years or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my take would be as of right now.
That's one reason I have a negative opinion of the Cancer Society, like the Relay for Life.
You mean like the walks and stuff?
Yeah. When it comes to like breast cancer or any like cancers like that,
Yeah.
I would give money to breast cancer awareness, right?
Okay.
But where I have problems is giving money for lung cancer or colon cancer because just hear me out.
Okay.
Which there's not any.
We're hearing Grant out, guys.
I don't have any.
Hold your
I don't have any
thoughts.
scientific evidence to back this up. This is just my opinion. All right.
Okay.
Let's take a person who's 5'5", like a woman that's 5'5", and she's like 220 pounds.
Yikes. Okay.
Fat, right? What she eats all day is like Cheetos and Funyuns.
Clinically obese.
And Debbie cakes. All right, who's more likely to have colon cancer? The person who eats lean protein, vegetables, and rice and potatoes for their carbs, or that person that's eating buttloads of sugar and processed foods? And who's more likely to have colon cancer? Just theoretically.
I mean, just based on diet alone and nothing else.
Yeah.
Then I guess the Cheeto lady.
All right, so there's no scientific evidence to back that up, but it makes sense, right?
Okay.
And I would love to see some research on this.
Right.
I'm not even sure it exists yet.
I
but
mean, there's some.
That's why I don't want to give my money to colon cancer patients, because you kind of did it to yourself.
Well,
now, let's say you just wake
all
up
of them
one day.
though. Not all of them.
Not all of them, but like let's say you've got, there's one black guy in a room, right?
Okay.
And then you've got 30 white people in the other room, right? And let's say 7 of the 30 white people are racist and they want to kill the black dude, right? Well, I mean, he's just not going to talk to any of them, right? So he's ruined. Those 7 racists have ruined it for everybody, right?
Okay.
That's my point. Those few colon cancer patients that eat like crap and got it by doing it to themselves, they ruined it for everyone.
Well, I mean, so you're saying the margin screwed it for the majority?
Yes.
So weren't we talking about abortion, how like this less than 1% case doesn't justify it for the rest of the 99%?
That's a good point, but I think the margin's probably higher for. All right, this is coming from complete ignorance. All right, this is I'm not on a rock solid platform here. Like I could easily be swayed in either direction with good solid research, right? But I mean, from my life experience, it's got to be like more than 50. I would say even more. Like every lung cancer patient that I've ever seen, or every person who's died from lung cancer, smoked for 40 years. I'm not going to give you my money. I'm not going to donate to help you through your treatment. You did it to yourself. Now, like your lady who gets breast cancer, she didn't do that to herself. It just happened to her, and I would happily donate whatever I could so that she could receive treatment. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I disagree, but I can't tell you why just yet.
I almost disagree with this too, because I don't have any evidence to back this up. I'm just throwing ideas out here.
I mean, some people are just dealt bad hands.
For sure.
I think.
For sure. And I would happily donate money so that they could receive treatment. But when you eat crap and you give yourself colon cancer or give yourself diabetes, there's the perfect example. I don't like.
Well, I mean, sometimes like there's genetic things too. Like
type 2 diabetes is not genetic.
Right, but they're.
Type 1 diabetes is genetic.
Okay.
So type 2 diabetes, which my dad is a type 2 diabetic.
I think mine is too.
So I'm not being completely heartless as you might think I am. But I don't want to donate a lot of money to type 2 diabetic research when they did it to themselves. Why waste my money on that? You did it to yourself. You deserve to live with the consequences. Right?
But I mean, if it's treatable, then do you really have to? I don't know.
It's not treatable. Once you get it, you're stuck with that disease.
Cancer?
No, I'm talking about diabetes.
Oh,
now.
Okay, yeah.
No, cancer, yeah. But like, let's say you smoke for 20 years, you get lung cancer, and now it's going to cost $150,000 to treat you for cancer, right?
Yeah.
To go through all levels of chemo or whatever you need, right? Should we give you the money?
That's up to you, though.
If you have a finite amount of money.
Well, if it's a donation,
when Relay for Life
as a
shows
charity?
up on your social media or has a run at a high school, should I donate money to Relay for Life if they're going to give it to a man who smoked for 20 years and got lung cancer?
I mean, if
in my opinion, no.
I mean, if you think that getting lung cancer justifies your habits, then you shouldn't donate. But if you think, lung cancer is a little harsh for this, then you can.
I see what you're saying.
That's why it's, completely up to your philosophy on the situation.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, let's say somebody punches someone in the face. Let's say I go up to a lady and just punch her in the face.
Okay.
Does it...
I'm just thinking about you punching a lady in the face.
I know, I look completely harmless.
Yeah.
Or let's say I punch her, I knock her out stone cold.
All right.
Just she's black eyed. I mean, you just feel bad for this innocent lady, right?
Yeah.
And I'm the bad guy. Do I deserve to be killed? Depends on your philosophy, right?
I see what you're saying.
So it's like some people are like, yeah, you did that unjustly. It's like, no, but you do deserve some sort of punishment, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it depends on who you are and
then
what you
think. You also have to think about this, right? When cigarettes
like,
first
the thing is,
became popular,
people used to smoke like normally, and it wasn't a big thing, and then people found out that.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
So like in World War I and World War II, like that era, those like that 20-something years.
I bet
when cigarettes got popular, and people didn't know the effects that cigarettes would have on the body.
You think like soldiers smoked a bunch of cigarettes?
Oh, for sure. Most of the, like growing up, any of the people who died from lung cancer They were World War II vets.
Yeah, but I don't think all lung cancer is cigarettes.
No, it's not.
Right.
But the margin is what I'm saying.
Sure.
But like when you didn't know the consequences, like all you knew was that.
I mean, all there was really.
Yeah, you didn't know anything like cancer. You didn't know what cancer was.
Who knows, man? Maybe the same thing with vaping. I don't know.
Nobody knows. Like, you could get cancer from vaping. Nobody knows. There hasn't been research yet. Just like we don't actually know if there's any long-term effects with weed.
Right.
Because there are things that can happen in 20 or 30 years. Like if you let's say you use weed every day for a year, right?
Yeah.
Something's bad's got to happen, like theoretically. Like, have you seen that video where the guy has a glass jar? He has one.
Are you talking about where they do you use that coffee filter to filter out the smoke and stuff?
He just put cotton balls in it.
Yeah. That's another way.
So, like, he lit the.
No, I know. Yeah, where they like.
Well, I'm explaining it to them.
Where they basically simulate somebody smoking a cigarette, and the cotton balls or the filter represents their lungs, right?
Yeah, and that shit's disgusting. It's like all yellow and black.
Yeah. Well,
and that's going into your lungs.
And then, well, your lungs do clean themselves, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure there's still some sort of residue.
I don't think they're supposed to clean themselves out of that.
True. I don't know.
It's like your lungs are supposed to clean themselves when it gets mucus and stuff in it.
Not like dirty air?
It's not supposed to wash out. Well, it can wash out dirty air, like clean out dirty air, but it's not supposed to clean out. Like if you smoke 6 cigarettes a day, it's not
like
supposed to clean that.
Concentrated toxins?
Yeah, it's not built to clean that out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But then again, I'm not a lung doctor either.
No, neither am I. This is unlicensed, and
this is just what you would think.
Yeah, this is what I think anyway, and I could easily
and what it seems to be
good, solid scientific evidence.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, and I'm not really much of a smoker myself. More of a drinker. Once every now and then.
Yeah, I've quit drinking.
Really?
Mostly.
For working out purposes?
No.
Or is it
just haven't. I used to drink a lot.
Yeah. High
Freshman
maintenance.
year, I drank a lot sophomore and junior year. I mean, first half of junior year.
Thing is, if I wanted to, like, Juuls are really popular. Maybe if I wanted to pay like $20 for a pods, I might just be on it. I don't know.
Man.
Just for like maintenance. But the thing is, man, for me, I'm just like, I have such like a sort of a business sort of mind type of thing where I'm like, man, $20, this, however much.
The more all right, if take that business.
But then again, I eat at restaurants a lot.
You eat at restaurants. You know the margin?
No, I know. It's crazy.
Like, I can eat $50 worth of food in like a week. Or I can eat it 5, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Yeah. No, I eat well, then again, it's on my student ID, so it's.
Yeah, but you like to go to Chick-fil-A and.
Yeah.
Cookout and stuff.
Well, when I sell some of my stuff, I sometimes reward myself.
You still got a bunch of those coffee mugs. Are they not selling?
I sold one the other day.
Oh, what was the margin?
I paid $1 and I sold it for $11.
What the?
I mean, dude, these toys sell for a lot. Like, I have these stuffed animals or plush toys. I buy them for 99 cents. I sold one for $35 the other day.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know. And then I sold let's see. What are some other high margin products?
Those Monopoly board games?
Yeah, the Monopoly board games I bought for $5, I'd sell for $25 each.
I got into an argument the other day with a girl. It was one of my friend's roommates. And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, this is what one of my friends does. And she's like, that's illegal. And I'm like,
it's
not. And she's like, it is illegal to buy and resell stuff. And I'm like,
no, it's not.
You know, eBay exists, right? And people sell stuff on Amazon, right? And she's like, but it's still illegal. And I'm like, is that your only argument right here? It's illegal?
Sounds like you're talking to an idiot.
Yeah, she was an idiot. How long have we been going?
35 minutes.
Oh, we still got time.
Well, I think there's some laws regarding certain items, but not like general, like, toys or like electronics and things like that.
What are you talking about? Like, what kind of items?
Like, I can't say specific. I remember reading that buying and reselling certain items, like very specific.
I know that you can't buy and resell iPhones. That's against the law.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Apple has it's in their terms and agreement when you buy one, is you can't buy them to resell.
Oh, I mean,
You
dude,
can buy one and then use it, and I'll sell it to my friend. But, like, for example...
For the literal purpose of reselling it.
Yeah, you can't... So one story that I was reading, before it was all illegal, Apple's way of combating this was they would... When they had I think it was when the iPhone 4S came out. Right? You know how everyone lines up outside of Apple stores all night?
Yeah.
And one lady came in...
Did they just make them open it or something?
No, she bought... The person who was in the front of the line, she bought that spot.
Yeah.
For like...
Whatever.
$800,000 or something. It was a lot of money. And then maybe
what?
It was less. I don't know.
$800,000.
It was a significant amount of money. All right? It wasn't that much money.
$800,000.
It wasn't. It was like... Maybe $8,000. I don't know.
Let's just say 1,000.
It was a significant amount of money.
Right.
And she bought the person's spot in line and was going to buy all the iPhones in stock and then go sell them.
Right.
But they were like, yeah, it's only one per person. You can only buy one iPhone per person. So she kind of wasted her money.
There are like people that line up for sneaker drops and then like Supreme drops too. You know what Supreme is, right?
Yeah.
It's like a hype beat. Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
Supreme... Wait, is that Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, they had a collaboration.
Yeah. All right.
So, Supreme does the same thing where you can buy like one or two items. Yeah. And then same thing with sneakers. Some sneaker stores, like... There was one shoe, I forgot which one it was, but it dropped in... to ensure nobody would resell it, like brand new, they made them wear it, and then wear it outside, and then they could do whatever they want.
Well, see, and then Apple, well, it's like $1 billion company.
Well,
is it?
A little more than that.
That was. I mean, I'm not trying to get specific.
At its peak, it was $1 trillion.
I'm not trying to get specific.
Right now, it's like $700 billion.
That means it's $1 billion company.
Oh, I thought you meant literally $1 billion.
It's $1 billion company.
Right.
So they can afford to combat these people that buy phones to resell them like in Taiwan or in South America.
Thing is, like on eBay, there's so many brand new iPhones for sale.
Yeah, you can. I mean, they're not gonna go. It's not in their interest to go stop a guy from selling like 10 iPhones.
Or are you saying like stopping them from reselling at their stores, like buying a bunch from their stores to resell?
No, what I was reading was that people would buy them and then resell them in like Africa and Taiwan.
Yeah, because like
third world countries.
Like people in like India, iPhones are really expensive there too. Like they're really like,
and they're like
hundreds of dollars more.
They'll mess up the markets over there or something. They'll like buy and resell for cheaper. Or I mean, I can explain it.
I know what you're saying, but
it's like in their terms and agreement thing when you buy one, like it's understood. When you purchase one and you were effectively signing the contract.
Yeah, I mean,
that you're not going to do this.
It's kind of hard for them to stop you though.
Oh, for sure. But it's only in their interest to stop people selling thousands of iPhones, not some guy on eBay selling 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then, I don't know. I just don't think it's very enforced, even though it's a rule.
No, I mean, it's enforced enough to where...
I mean, like, I could sell online, though, can't I?
What I'm saying is that it's not in their interest to stop someone from selling 10 iPhones on eBay.
Right.
It's in their interest to stop someone from selling hundreds of thousands of iPhones in another country who bought a bunch of iPhones, like got a bunch of people to go buy an iPhone, and they just take them and go to another country and sell them.
Yeah, I got you.
Because Apple is trying to also sell phones there.
Well, the thing is, I think they have to pay like taxes and stuff.
So I mean, it's just they're illegal. And
right.
Also, it's tax evasion.
I got you.
Man, it's coming a storm.
Dude, it has been raining for the last 4 days?
Something like that. I think it's been raining everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
it's raining in North Carolina, Kentucky, South Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It's just like, it's literally been pouring. Like, there's not been a time when I went outside this whole week, I think.
Did you say porn?
Pouring. It's been pouring this whole week. Like, I haven't gone outside, and it's been like,
I've had to wear
sunny.
my rain jacket every day.
Same.
All right, man. Well, this has been the Specifically Whatever podcast, where we specifically talk about whatever we want.
Any closing remarks at all?
I got nothing. I'm sick. So you guys, send me money.
Ever
I need
since
help.
like now, what I do, like, since I got my whole neck injury from overexerting myself on pull-ups.
That's funny.
I mean, the thing is, Grant was like doing them with ease, and I was like trying my hardest, and I overexerted myself. That was the first thing we did too. which kind of sucks.
And I mean, it probably didn't help you that you worked out after that.
Like I worked out very hard afterwards
And
too.
you did similar exercises after that.
Yeah, well. Anyways, I started like just hopping in the shower, just turning on the cold, just hopping in there, right? And man, like,
does it help?
I mean, I don't know, but it's very good to just like do it. Just feels great.
Just to jump in cold water?
I mean, you feel like free. I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, I take a hot shower, but then I turn it. I like very slow, like I'll just nudge it down towards the cold.
Oh, really? I just like
just a little bit at a time until it's like really cold, and then I stand there for like 15 seconds, then I hop out.
Oh,
and the reason I do
dude.
that is because hot water like opens up your pores, right? So you use hot water to bathe, and then you use cold water to close your pores before you go outside.
I got you.
Dirty, and you get dirty.
Yeah, I mean, cold water showers are really good for your immune system. Like, I haven't gotten sick since I've been taking cold showers. It's been like 2 years.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Man, I'm constantly getting sick. I got sick December, maybe end of November with mono, and I think this is what this is again, because it feels like 20% of what I had last time. I thought I was dying.
The only sickness type thing I've gotten is like pollen allergies. Man, those make me feel terrible.
I had some allergies, not bad.
I get like hyper fatigued.
But man, I've dated
20.
No, I was gonna say seriously. I've dated 4 girls. I think seriously.
Yeah.
Like where I would classify it as a serious relationship.
In it to win it.
All 4 of those girls, all 4 of them, I've gotten really sick, and then they ended up getting mono too.
Has the most recent one gotten mono?
The one I dated for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got mono.
Like now or?
No, she got it back in November with me. When hers flared up, that's when mine flared up.
Jeez.
But yeah, she got it. The one I dated in 9th grade got it. The one I dated in 10th grade got it. The one I dated at MSMS. I didn't really date her, but she goes to state.
Yeah, I got you.
Big old chunky girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got it. And I would say now that I think about it, it's probably only 3 that I've dated seriously.
Right. Well, that's better than my 1-ish.
2.
Okay, yeah, maybe 2.
I'd say 2.
Huh.
It could have been 3, but you didn't want to date her.
Well, I was just saying.
Which I still find odd.
Well, I'm just very bad with girls. I'm getting better.
All right. I met this Indian on the bus the other day. Her last name was Patel, but she didn't know you.
Really?
I even showed her your Instagram.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, I don't know her name. I mean, I do know her name, but I couldn't find her on Instagram.
Facebook?
I hadn't checked. Krishna Patel. She
Nope.
lives at the Connection.
Nope.
She wasn't super pretty, but she was alright.
Do you have a picture of her?
I have a Bitmoji of her.
Oh my god. Wow, that's really gonna help me out. Yeah, that does not help.
But yeah, I might look her up on Facebook just to show you a picture of her.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, that's been the Specifically Whatever podcast. We probably should have closed this off like 5
we're
minutes
44
ago.
minutes.
All right, let's go ahead and close it, man. See you guys in the next episode.
See ya.